Hi everyone, my name is Megan.
And my name is Chloe, and today we are going to take a look into the Supreme Court case, Gideon versus Wainright.
Let's set the scene. It's 1961. At around midnight, an unknown person broke into the Bay Harbor pool room in Panama, Florida, and broke a door, smashed a cigarette machine and a record player, and stole money from a cash register. At 5:30, Clarence Gideon was seen leaving the pool room with a bottle of wine and cash in his wallet. Gideon was subsequently charged with a felony for allegedly burglarizing the Bay Harbor pool room.
After his arrest, Gideon appeared in court alone because he was too poor to afford counsel. Despite his requests and protests, Florida court declined to appoint counsel for Gideon, leaving Gideon alone to defend himself. The trial ended with the jury ruling a guilty verdict. The judge sentenced him to 5 years in state prison under breaking and entering with intent to commit petty larceny.
In 1963, Gideon appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court in a suit against Director of the Florida Department of Corrections, Louis L. Wainright. So, how did the Supreme Court rule?
Under unanimous opinion, it was determined that the Sixth Amendment's guarantee of counsel is a fundamental right essential to fair trial. This applies to the states through the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. As it was a unanimous decision, there was no dissenting opinion. As a result of this decision, it is now required for state courts to appoint attorneys for defendants who cannot afford counsel on their own. Gideon was later granted a retrial and was acquitted in 1963.
This decision also overruled Betts v. Brady, which is a 6-3 vote against Betts in 1942. The case of Betts v. Brady started with Betts being indicted for robbery in Maryland. He was unable to afford counsel and requested one to be appointed for him. The judge in the case denied the request, and Betts subsequently pled not guilty. He was convicted of robbery, which he eventually appealed to the Supreme Court. He argued he was wrongfully denied counsel.
The Gideon versus Wainright case made a significant impact on society as it required states to provide legal counsel to indigent defendants charged with a felony. This allows for a fair trial, which is a constitutional right.
However, if the decision was not in favor of Gideon and chose not to appoint legal counsel to those who can't afford it, we think that people would retaliate. They would retaliate because they would not be able to sufficiently defend themselves in court since they don't have enough money to hire a lawyer. Also, many people who are poor would be convicted of their crimes because they're going against a state without their own legal counsel.